Join us in a moment of support and love for Damar and cheer for him and his family.
Words of support for Damar Hamlin before yesterday's game between the Kansas City Chiefs and Las Vegas Raiders. Other pro sports teams showed their support as well. The Buffalo Bills player collapsed on the field during a football game against Cincinnati Monday night. We're now hearing from Hamlin. The 24-year-old wrote on social media, quote, "Putting love into the world comes back 3 times as much. Keep praying for me." The Buffalo Bills tweeted earlier today, Hamlin is making progress in his recovery, but he remains in critical condition. He's breathing on his own, and his neurological function is described as excellent. This morning, as Damar Hamlin continues to recover, the Buffalo Bills will play their final regular season game at home in Orchard Park against the Patriots. Right here in the Emerald City, members of the devoted fan base, Bills backers of Seattle, will gather at Art Marble for today's game. 2 Bills backers are here with us in the studio, Tom Reno and Brian Alf. Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Happy to be here.
Glad you got the colors on. I wore this in solidarity for Demar and for all of you that support the Bills. Huge outpouring of support, really, to say the least, for Hamlin, but also for the Bills altogether. All 32 teams in the NFL are going to be wearing those pregame T-shirts. We saw patches on their uniforms. Tom, we'll start with you. Could you describe what the last 6 days have been like in seeing all of this happen?
You know, it was kind of surreal for most all of myself and my family as well. We were stunned to see somebody, first of all, get injured. And what you usually see in the NFL is somebody getting injured and they take them off the field, the game resumes. And I think that hit me the most is when you started to see the players, the other players on the field gathering around him, and you could sense something was worse than what we were expecting. He wasn't just being taken off the field, he wasn't just a small injury. And then really the process of not continuing the game really impacted us. And then we knew something was really bad. And of course, having the Bills backers around, we're texting friends and family and trying to figure out what's going on. Will the game resume? How is Demar? So it was a real challenge for the first couple hours for sure.
Yeah.
We stood in silence watching the game.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were stunned. A lot of people expressing emotions for the first time about an NFL game that maybe they never had before. Another thing that I think all of us have been seeing, and I've been sharing it a lot on my social media because I have been astounded by this, the Chasing M's Foundation that Demar started as just a $2,500 goal has now grown to more than $8.3 million as of this morning. Brian, what's that been like to see folks respond in the way of making donations to something that means a lot to Demar?
It's been exceptional. Bills fans are known for their charitable efforts. We take pride in that, not only as being the rambunctious fans, but to be there for others. And to see not only Bills fans taking this to heart, but NFL players and fans from all 32 teams. This was something that played out on national TV, something that no one has ever seen in a football game. And to see the support nationally and globally is incredible. And Demar is such a selfless person. What he does for his community in Pittsburgh and what he does for the Buffalo community, I'm just so excited that he's going to have an opportunity to lead his foundation himself and give back because, as you mentioned earlier in his tweet, he is inspired and he is now seeing all the love.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, you talked about the community. Both of you were born and raised in Buffalo, now living here. Buffalo's had kind of a tumultuous recent span of months. Racist attack at a grocery store, deadly snowstorm, and then seeing something like this happen to your beloved football team. How does the community stay strong there in Buffalo and abroad?
Well, it's who we are as Buffalonians, perseverance, endurance, and just continuing to focus on hope and community. That's what got us through the terrible events in May and all the things that have happened to the team. Damar's life, no more important than anyone other's in Buffalo. We lost so many during our blizzard and obviously in that shooting, but it has brought us closer. So many people from Buffalo or Bills fans connect to the team. They feel a part of the team because our fan base is so tight-knit.
Absolutely. Well, Brian, Tom, thank you so much for being here. They're going to be gathering at Art Marble, which is where the Bills backers of Seattle gather regularly to see games. The game starts at 10 o'clock. It's against the Patriots, again, at Art Marble in Seattle. And I know you folks are welcoming anybody to come out and join as well. Thanks again for being here.
Thank you.
Thank
Happy
you.
to be
Go
here.
Bills.